Yeah, how would you sum up the position you're in tonight, Nathan?
Yeah, in a decent position, but understanding there's still a lot of hard work to do. We pride ourselves on being calm and under pressure, and I thought the bowling attack did exceptionally well today in pretty hard, hot, humid conditions. I thought we stuck at our job pretty well today, and Pat did a fantastic job on rotation of bowlers, so allowed each and every one of us to be fresh for short stints.
It could have been a really long day if they had managed to get away, but you kept finding ways to break partnerships.
Yeah, and we pride ourselves on a bowling unit on, as I said, staying calm and staying patient and building pressure. We've obviously bowled a lot together, so we understand each other's games and the ideal scenarios, bowling partnerships, and we respect that. So yeah, all in all, pretty good day.
Was that piece of fielding what Travis had a real turning point? Because they were 4 down, they were looking like okay, and that really was the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Travis Marnus has somehow weaved his way out of the bat pad, and Travis has taken it on, and he's taken on with. I know he wants that spot and wants to do a really good job. And as a spin bowler bowling to someone who wants to be in a bat pad, it's pretty handy. So yeah, big turning point. I thought he's been fantastic.
How much about the on a hot day like that, mate? Are you happy just to operate from one end, like you virtually do unchanged just about today, and then that allows the Bricks to have the shortest spell?
Yeah, I see that as part of my role. Being able to bowl long spells, and that's something that I love doing. I like challenging myself in different conditions, and I felt like I was pretty happy with the way I bowled today, and understanding my role within this side. So by me being able to lock out one end, did allow our quicks to rotate and bowl shorter spells. As I reckon the most they bowled probably was only 3 overs. So it allowed us, and with having 6 belt bowlers in a bowling lineup, it's pretty handy to have in conditions like this.
How important on a day like today, where stinking hot bowl moments like Travis's and then Cam's parry, catch and slip? I mean, you obviously want them to be taken all the time, but on a day like that, does that feel like a 12th, an extra field, an extra play, an extra success for you to have those?
Well, as Australian cricket, we pride ourselves on our fielding, and I feel like if we field well, we create a really good presence, and as a team we want to keep moving forward with that. And Cameron Green's been exceptional at gully. He's taken some catches there where I believe that no one else wouldn't get a hand on him, and he's been able to hang on to him. So there's those little moments. We talk about big moments in the games, and we want to win those big moments, and that can turn a series. So we want to keep moving forward with those. That's for sure.
Nathan, I heard a lot about the fast bowlers and how bowling with that soft ball, the pink ball, going really soft. Did you have to do anything differently, like the pace you were bowling at, or anything at all today?
Yeah, it does become quite challenging when the ball does go on the softer side. But yeah, that's up to me then to change my tactics a little bit with the change of pace, the way the ball's going into the area where I want the ball to go in at different shapes, different drift and drop on it, but also a bit square as well. So that's just all part of the game.
Do you have to vary your pace a little more when the ball's that soft?
Yeah, I think if you looked at my numbers, I thought I was pretty actually. I walked off the field pretty happy with the variation in pace that I used and the different deliveries I bowled. All in all, pretty happy.
You touched on 6 bowlers, but Mitch didn't bowl at all. Snash, that is, didn't bowl at all today. Any reason for that? Do you know? Or?
No. Might have been too hot for him.
You feel like Steve Smith looked really good there tonight, like he looked like he was about to really find his form, as good as he thought.
Mate, we're talking about arguably the greatest player in the last decade, and there's a lot of talk about his batting. I sit there and laugh because he's arguably the best problem solver I've ever played with. And mate, I've only got accolades for Smithy, and I've been fortunate enough to play over 115, 120 test matches with him, and he's by far the best. So that looked normal for me, just what I expect.
Nathan, obviously plenty of questions about pink ball, but like, would you like to play the first test of next summer here with a red one? Is that what you'd like to see happen personally, or
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to come back here first test of summer against India with the red ball. I think this wicket would be actually an absolute belter of the red ball wicket, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like it would be a really good challenge for bat v ball. But I don't know. I don't do the scheduling, so I'll just get through New Zealand and we'll worry about that.
Just on Smith, he's taken 56 catches off your bowling, which is the second most for a combination. What's it been like to have him that slip for a lot of your career, and then also that wicket that he caught of Athens? Was that a setup? You were bowling quite wide to him?
Smithy was actually one. I'll give him credit for that one as well. He actually come up and said, why don't you move your mid wicket over to another catcher on the offside and bowl just real wide. He didn't feel like he wanted to leave the ball at all. So, but with our Smithy and myself's combination, I've been very fortunate enough to have him at first slip. And as a bowler, when you're walking in and stand at your top of your mark and you look up there and you see someone that's Steve Smith's stature and his amazing hands and the catches that he's been able to take off me, but also off the fast bowlers, it gives you an extra leg. Gives you so much confidence to go in there and understand that, okay, my best ball, if I get a nick, 99% of the time it's going to be taken.
So you were talking about Smithy before. Since the revamp, batting orders come in, both Smithy and Green had failed twice. What was the sort of feeling around the group about the revamp in those circumstances?
There was no feeling, to be honest with you. There's so much confidence in that change room around all the guys, just not Smithy batting at 1 and Cameron batting at 4. If you look at Greeny, I've had the challenge of bowling to him in Shield cricket, him batting number 4, and he's given me a lot of headaches. I actually really enjoy seeing him bat at 4, and I feel like he could be the next Jarks Callis of international cricket, investing time in here at number 4. And as I said, I don't need to talk about Smithy. His numbers speak for himself, and there's been no one worried about Smithy's form, if that's what the question is. But it's pretty amazing to have Smithy put his hand up and go up top of the order and, oh shit. But also with Cameron there, I feel like his technique's good enough to succeed at number 4.
Nice one.
Nathan, after Travis's run out, there was a moment where he lifted his helmet towards the dugout, seemingly indicating something to the support team or his teammates. Do you possibly know what that was about?
Travis likes to, how do I put this, shit stir. And he's just having a bit of banter with our coaches. That's all that is. He's quite a funny little fella, Trav. So I'll give him that.
And just to quickly clarify, do you say he is eager to field at short leg? Because he seems to suggest that in the previous test he wasn't very keen to do that.
Yeah, and Travis is going to be there for the rest of my career.